5,000 kilometers. That's the distance we've covered this far. We no longer see any vehicles with similar license plates as ours, indicating that we're a long way from home. We're enjoying every moment of it, and luckily for us, home is where the van is. And now it's parked on a hilltop, overlooking the Turkish countryside, which was ever so peaceful until we woke up to a strange sound. Without knowing it, we'd parked close to a hot balloon launch site, and sounds of huge fans and flame-spitting burners woke us up. We'd never witnessed this before, and having this experience so up close made an extra impact. The day could hardly have started better. After a cup of coffee, we got going early to beat the crowds at the next destination. A place with natural art unlike anything we'd ever seen before. Being in Turkey at this time of year, temperatures seem to never drop, and as we went by, we got tempted by swimming, allowing both us and our husky to cool down. This might seem problematic at first, being so far from the coastline. Well, let's just say, Turkey had the perfect solution for us. So after waking up to the balloons this morning, we drove for less than 2 hours, and then we stumbled upon this place, which is looking rather nice, I'd say. And the water here is out of this world turquoise, and it's a lake, so it feels like quite a scoop just stumbling upon this. So now we're gonna have some well-earned rest in the sun, maybe work a little bit on a tan, which we haven't had much time to because of all the driving. And yeah, just enjoy the fact that we've driven more than 5,000 kilometers, which is kind of a milestone. Let's celebrate here at the lake.
So this is the first attempt to bake in the air fryer, which was part of the reason we brought it. So hopefully this will be a success, but probably not on the first try. We'll see.
I think you just cracked the code here.
Someone has decided that we aren't going anywhere anytime soon. That's a lot of pause. Have you occupied the driver's seat, Zulu?
By nightfall, the van was parked at the lookout point. The following morning, the sun lit up the surroundings, showing what darkness had covered up a few hours earlier. Filling up the water tank was our next mission, and finding fill-up points is easy enough in Turkey. Small drinking fountains are dotted along the roadsides, often marked with signs a few hundred meters in advance. We stopped at one of these, where parking space was sufficient for our camper van. Some friendly stray dogs greeted us, but we quickly realized that the female dog was in distress, and it undoubtedly looked like she wanted to show us something. Unaware of what would happen next, she took us to a primitive, abandoned shed, and we could hardly believe what awaited us here.
Poor girl. Her pupper was stuck down in the toilet drain. Properly stuck, and she was trying to get us to help. Good mama. Yes. Oh, it's hungry. I think there's one more in here. But how are we gonna get him out? Det är i hvert fall en till. Jag hör den här. Ja, vi kommer. Så grävligt. Hej! Poor mama. Both your babies in there. Luckily we got them out.
Yeah, they wouldn't have lasted long in there.
Such a good thing we stopped here for water.
At the end, the little family was reunited again. The mother wanted to show her appreciation, and Dad say thanks in a more subtle way. After a good deed giving the cute little puppies a second chance at life, we got going further into the rural parts of Turkey. Excitement fueled us as the GPS was set to a bucket list destination of ours. The prairie-like landscape kept going miles on end. As daylight slowly faded, a sandy track guided us to another place to call home. This place quickly stole our hearts. Good morning from Cappadocia, and what a morning it has been. We have been surrounded by balloons, and in a matter of like half an hour the entire sky around us was pretty much filled up. I think the hype is real. You have seen tons of videos and images from this place, but it's something else just being here and witnessing it like real time. It's pretty special, I have to say. I'm also very impressed by the pilots of these balloons, because it seems a bit random to me how they sort of end up in places. But just now one of them landed not too far away from our van, and the landing was super smooth, so good job. So now I just gonna spend some time here just to soak it all in, and incredible. Remember that bucket list destination I mentioned? That would be this one. Welcome again to Cappadocia, a breathtaking region in Turkey, renowned for its otherworldly landscapes. Marvel at the fairy chimneys, tall, cone-shaped rock formations that rise vertically, like these ones found in the Valley of Love. I'll let you figure out why it got its name.
The chimneys are shaped by centuries of volcanic activity and erosion. As the morning session showed, gazing over this stunning terrain in a hot air balloon at sunrise is a great way of witnessing the kaleidoscope of colors during the golden light in the valleys. We went to explore the ancient cave dwellings and rock-cut churches, where history and nature intertwine, creating a unique tapestry of culture and beauty. Its early Christian origins have left behind a fascinating network of tunnels and underground cities, basically, that used to serve as hideouts during times of persecution. The story of this place makes it extra special, and it's worth diving into and witnessing firsthand. Yeah, we came back for another night on this hilltop. Something we rarely do, although a spellbinding place like this taught us a thing or two. One of them being that we need to practice the art of settling down in order to merge into and understand the areas we enjoy the most.
There. Okay, so today will be a really boring day, to be honest, because we're gonna cover as much ground as possible towards our end destination. Just a quick observation from the steering wheel here. Turkey has been the country with by far the most instances of police checks. And you see police cars pretty often. A bit confusing because they drive around with the blue and red lights on all the time, even though they're just cruising along. The observation is that they do have frequent checks along the road where they put cones in the road and they stop passing vehicles simply. And we have been stopped as well. And the police guy who stopped us, he just said something in Turkish, and then I said, English please. And then he asked me if I spoke any Turkish, and I said, no, only English. And he checked the plates of the car, and he said, welcome to Turkey, goodbye. And every time we've been stopped, they just simply waved us along. But all the Turkish cars, they are getting stopped. Just a fun fact, I guess. So even though they are stopping you, they are really friendly. Thumbs up for the Turkish police.
We kept driving until darkness caught up with us. More terrifying weather woke us up the next morning, and we once again hit the road. In eager anticipation of what we had coming up, the miles flew by. In the next episode, we'll show you whether or not it was worth driving 7,000 kilometers from our home in Norway to experience what still awaits. Thanks for following along on our journey.